So as you can see today, I'm wearing my Tough Mudder MVP shirt, and that's kind of like to get me back in the right mindset, because last week was super challenging as far as like just everything hitting all at once. And I'm really like, I feel like I say that all the time now, and so it has to become part of just my mindset and my schedule and everything to still focus on getting my exercise in no matter what. So last week was my second week doing my little challenge that I did for myself, which is being ActiveFit accountable. But I did not make my goal. I think I did 3.5 of my 5 days of steps. And so, you know what that means? That means that last week's donation to the Dream Savings Fund gets earmarked for Christmas time for somebody else to enjoy it. Maybe one of you. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, Tough Mudder, if anybody doesn't know what that is, this is just a volunteer shirt because I was not running in a Tough Mudder. My mom and I went to support my dad, who ran in the Tough Mudder, and it's called Tough Mudder because you literally run through like mud, and you run up like walls of just craziness. I think you jump through like an ice bath and swim across. You get electrocuted. I think there's like something that you run across that's like has electricity on it. There's fire that you run through. There's just so many cool obstacles, I should say, challenging. I mean, they're cool to see somebody like overcome that with like their own like body and mind, because that's what it is. I think a lot of it is just like mental challenges that like you think you can't do something, and then they like, yeah, you can, and you go and you do it, and then you're like, yeah. So you do all these things, right? And there's all these like young, like fit, hard guys and girls that are out there. And my dad has like always kind of tried to be in really good shape. And of course, right, we have seasons where we go through where it's like, okay, maybe you're not in shape for 5 years. Maybe you get out and then you have to kick yourself back into shape. But the cool thing about my dad is that he never gives up. And so for his 60th birthday, this was I think 6 or 7 years ago, my mom and I went to support him while he did this Tough Mudder, and he did it. He accomplished it, and it was like amazing. Like my mom and I are just there like cheering on everybody because we're like standing at a particular station, but like he runs through, and like we get to be so proud of him, and it was just amazing that, he set his mind to something and then he accomplished it. But yeah, so that's kind of like my inspiration this week. Thinking about my dad, putting on my shirt, that I put on my shirts to kind of get into that mentality and, put on that identity like, yes, I'm a warrior. Yes, I did not do the Tough Mudder, but I supported my dad and his genes are in me. So that's, this week I'm focusing on getting it done. But guess what? Probably one of you will get to have a little share of my winnings now at Christmas time because I did not meet my goal. So that's good motivation for me, but it's also like really cool that for me, I feel like it's a win-win-win-win, So you know how I love win-win-win-wins. Anyway, that's it for today. I love you guys. Bye!